Hello, 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 hello. It is your boys, the DM podcast, once again, giving you that flavor in your ear. And in today's episode, we're just mainly doing a tiers list of your favorite NBA teams. We're probably going to talk about each team while we're doing it. There's some news and notes that we may get into as well. As I'm watching, and as we're doing this, I'm watching the WNBA Finals, Game 5. They're in their third quarter, so I'm going to probably be in and out of the game because it's Game 5. WNBA has been on and popping. You can see through my name that WNBA Finals has outbid the NBA Finals, and it's just been good. But before I continue, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And how's my boy YS doing?
You already know. Every day above ground.
Of course, as long as we're up, then we're good. To quickly just even chat, the Liberty were down like 10, 12 points, but now have had a comeback, which is weird. Most of the games was the opposite. The Lynx were up. I mean, the Liberty were up and the Lynx came back. So the fact that it's the Lynx being up, it's just like you kind of don't want that because now you're like, oh, now they're about to come up on us. And right now,
Mm.
New York is on a run.
Shout out New York. Shout out to Liberty.
Like they're on a definite run. I have no horse in this race, but I do fuck with Nafisa Collar. But also New York Liberty
I fuck
remind
with
me.
Williams. I fuck with Williams.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Courtney Williams, she's nice. McBride is good. The Canadian Carlton is good too. But
Stewart, Ballin, you already know.
Sabrina hasn't played that well this game. But New York, the Liberty are kind of like the Boston Celtics. They're there like last year. If they lose it again, it's just gonna remind of that Boston Celtics. Like, man, like when are y'all gonna make it? The refs aren't calling shit. I will say that. And watching this game, but they don't call anything. The refs
Shout
don't.
out to the refs. Shout out to the refs. Playoff ball. NBA, no, WNBA final ball.
Yeah, like
What it
it's.
is.
But I like it. It's tough. It's very low scoring. But it is what it is. But before I even continue, before we even started the pod, about well, I'll say 30, no, less than 30, 10, 15 minutes ago, Shams came out. I was about to say Woj, but no more Woj. Uh
Retired.
retired, became a GM now, or executive, I should say. But Shams came out and basically Moses Moody is signing a 3-year, $40 million contract.
To who?
Jeez.
Where?
I don't know with the Warriors. He's staying with the Warriors. They signed him to an
Okay.
extension. So that rookie extension, he got to sign, which is like a
I'm
freaking
surprised he actually because he wasn't really getting. We got spot minutes, so
right, right. But he's not asking for big money. They know they're looking at the guy that you put as most improved, Kaminga, and they're saying there's reports that Kaminga wants the bag, right?
he's got the skills to get the bag. It's just can he perform?
And I think that's what like they'll give you the bag if you perform. Same thing with like Sengun and Jalen Green. They all want the bag. They all want that 30 mil. They all want that 30 mil.
Feel like Sangoon out of that list is more on his way, is more established and on his way to that bag, but that's another story.
Yeah, Moses Moody got a 3-year, 39 mil rookie extension. That's not bad. That's such a good contract, like 10 mil for the next 3 years. Like that's a steal of a contract, especially if he like does really well. That's a steal of a contract,
He's hungry, yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? And then like yeah, so Kaminga I heard wants the things like 30 mil. But Scotty Barnes and like what's the guy from Orlando? Um
Paulo got his
no
extension,
no
no?
Franz.
Bonds? Okay.
Yeah, Franz, like people like that. So it's these refs aren't calling shit. Sabrina got like knocked down and they're not calling shit. That's crazy. Like I and the you know
They're not
what's
putting respect on Sabrina's name, and she got shoes out
like and the
that are actually fun. Her shoes are actually fucking
yeah,
fire.
they really are. And
Like
like the
the
crazy
only
thing,
women's, and I'm telling you, I cop a pair. I
yeah.
swear to God, I cop a
Oh,
pair. Like I
it looks
swear to
fire.
God.
It looks fire. So I think there's even some NBA players that are wearing it.
Yeah, yeah, of
They do
course.
look
Yeah.
nice. They do look definitely nice.
Look like Kobe's and Giannis is type
Yeah.
shit one. So
But the thing that messed them up is that the coach complained about the refereeing, and sometimes you don't want to like you're in the playoffs, man. You may not want to
do it
complain
after
about
the
it.
series. Do it after
Yeah,
the season
yeah,
is done. Like there's no more season. You'll just
because they're watching it like getting cheesed.
yeah.
I heard Josh Giddey also wants 30 mil a year. I think it comes down to like you gotta play.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta play. You gotta play.
You gotta
No,
play, you gotta improve because you haven't really gotten better
right,
at all.
right. Yeah, you gotta improve. When you improve, then people will like they'll so the money will come when you improve, right? And once again, Josh Giddey has the ability to win most improved this year too. He has the ball in
He
his
does, he
hands.
does, he does. Because there's no DeRozan, there's avoiding scoring over there. Right, Lonzo's not gonna be going dropping 20 a game.
Right. He's just coming
Kobe
back from
White's
injury. So
is Kobe White's Kobe White. You know, Vukovic.
yeah, he's not doing much. He posted on Twitter, where can I get a nice burger spot in Chicago? Mind you, the man's been in Chicago for like 5+ years. I'm surprised that he's asking that question. But he put that on Twitter. Everyone in the comments was, you can pack your bags and leave. Everyone in the comments is like, don't
Been
talk to
Chicago.
us.
So yeah, before quarantine. Yeah.
Yeah, like we fucking hate you. Like leave. Everyone's cheese. No one wants him there. Another note, Sabrina, she just scored points, but she had 0 points. She was 0 for 9. Probably one of the reasons why they're not winning the game right now.
You gotta shoot like you didn't miss your last shot.
Right, right. And yeah, so like shout out to Moses Moody getting that contract. I think that really tells a lot for Kaminga because you're paying Wiggins, you're paying Draymond, and you're definitely paying Steph.
You're paying
So
Steph till he retires.
yeah, so do you really can you really fit the bill of Kaminga? I don't know. I don't know if you can. You should,
Luxury tax. Luxury tax.
right? You can't. It's too much money unless you trade Wiggins. But who
I
wants
can
that
see
contract?
that.
But who
I can
wants
see
that?
that.
Who wants the contract though?
A dumb GM.
A very dumb. Or GM, it's like, we'll take the contract. Give us draft picks. OKC route. Right? OKC route. Maybe you do something like that. We'll take all
But
the
you have
back
to really
picks.
want Wiggins to give up your draft picks to take Wiggins.
Right. Exactly.
You
Exactly.
have to really want Wiggins, and a person that's not really in his prime anymore is just kind of there.
Right.
I think they'll probably a team will take him close to how long does he have left on his contract?
I think it's like 3 more years.
I'm gonna say maybe he's there for the
Hard to
next two
say.
seasons, right? He's there for the next 2 seasons, and I guess the team will get him on his expiring contract.
Right.
He'll be
Right.
off the book. So maybe he's there for 2 seasons. You know what? Maybe a season and a half, and in 2020, like well, let's say 26 February, trade deadline, he gets traded.
So he's this season, next season is 28 mil, which if you think about it out loud, it's not that big.
How
In
can you
comparison.
say that? It's not that big. It's big. It's big.
It is.
But I hear you.
Then his final year, the 26-27, it's a player option. So not the worst. It's not the worst. And that year he'll be because Wiggins is still pretty young. He's gonna be 31.
Well, that's I thought he was a little older, but
Yeah. Yeah. Born in 95. So right, because next year he'll be 30. Right? If I do the math right, yeah, he'll be 30 next year. So yeah, he's still so
he's only
young.
29 now.
Yeah, that
Shoot.
means yeah, he's still fairly young. So maybe someone will take that. I mean, the contracts will go up, and we'll see what the contracts do at that time. But yes,
Actually, as long as you can play defense and do the little things, then yeah.
right? Like so, like a team like, but once again, you have to trade. Like, I would take him if you give me your Warriors draft picks, but I'm not gonna give you anything. But you have to give bad contractor for bad contract. There's constantly people saying you technically you can trade Wiggins for like a Boucher and Bruce Brown, technically. But you probably have to take someone off the Raptors because like there's too much guys.
I wouldn't want
Uh
that anyways.
right, right.
Yeah.
Right. So right now, I'll just say it's a tie game. New York has climbed back. It's a tie game. The fans are going crazy. There's a three by McBride, misses, rebound New York. I'm doing just play by play right now. Sabrina has the
This
ball.
is the final game, man.
It's honestly this finals has been so good overall. But one team, the New York is winning now. They have a layup, timeout Minnesota. And this could be a great week for New York. This could be a great week for New York because the Yankees won yesterday, right? Yankees won yesterday. If the Liberty win, and then you got freaking the Knicks
Knicks
facing
playing just against Beantown, I
right.
think. Yeah.
The Jets just got Devontae Adams. You
Mm-hmm.
know, Daniel Jones got benched. This is a great week for New York. This is a great week. These
Aaron
are
Jones got benched.
got benched. Yeah, yeah. I think they're done with the experience, man. There's a lot
Yo,
of
let me
teams.
tell you something. The way Eagles ran through those guys, and Eagles are not the same Eagles like last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I had a feeling because Barkley is like, yo, this is my old squad. They didn't want to pay me. They didn't want to pay me, and you see what he did.
yeah. It was a bad move by them. The Mets are down. They're probably going to lose to the Dodgers. But Dodgers, the two most
Dodgers
expensive.
are just loaded. They're just always loaded.
But so is I'm watching the game right now. I just changed flip the channel. There's just been a 2-run home run for the Dodgers. They're now up 6-1.
6-1?
Yeah, in the third inning.
Damn, these guys are gonna go for like 10, 11 runs.
Yeah. So that they win their answer. We're gonna get an LA versus New York. That's kind of and then the two like most expensive rosters. And that's why
That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. That's where the money is going. That's what we want to see, though.
right,
Period.
right. I
You want
agree.
to see the Bronx Bombers. You want to see the Bronx Bombers. You want to see the Dodgers.
Right. I agree. I think that's where like I like the MLB. They have like such a soft salary cap.
They
You
have
don't
a
have to
soft cap.
work.
Yeah, yeah,
So like
yeah.
you can just load up. Now, I think we all like but the thing with baseball, you see like a Kansas City Royals win. You'll see a small market team when the Cleveland at the time won. Like you'll still see small market teams win.
Atlanta Braves, whatever. Yeah, yeah.
Right, right, right. You'll see like those teams. But if they did that in the NBA, like I think that would be it's too star driven. Like it's too star.
Like OKC and Indiana Pacers in the finals.
Yeah, yeah, like it's too star driven. Like so that's why I understand why you have to have a salary cap. And why with everywhere else you it's different. But another news, we were talking about the Clippers, and I wanted to mention
So the
Kawhi,
Clippers should know. Let's after you get let's get started on the tiers.
right? Because
Let's
I
talk
read
about the
me and you
Clippers.
both already felt a certain type of way about the Clippers. They came out saying Kawhi is indefinitely out. Like it's not just kinda. Indefinitely is like we may see
We
the
don't
man
know when he's coming back, guys. We don't even know.
and like he is quite
But
on Kawhi doesn't want to play injured. He wants to play fully healthy. You know, he wants to play fully. He's not really about this like middling type life. He wants to, he wants to be on.
that's
You know,
his career, though.
that is his career, right? So, but what makes it crazier? The Clippers have to win games. They have to. They have no choice. Like we talked about yesterday, or our last pod. If they lose, if they lose a bunch of games and they're a bottom team, and they get number one overall pick, they can get Cooper Flag. You don't get Cooper Flag because that goes to OKC. So if you're bad, it benefits OKC.
That's funny. You know how funny that is? A team that's already rich. The rich get richer.
And it's like, yeah, Rich gets richer with like that talent. Like OKC is like, like they have all this young guy. People, we all think that they could win the damn title. We all truly think they
They're
could win
not
the
gonna
title
pretty
this
soon
year.
not gonna know who to trade.
It's but the things they have to because they have a guy in Nikola Topic who's hurt. He's a rookie. He's hurt, so he's probably not gonna play all season. And if he does, it'll be near the end of the season where he plays because he's legit hurt. This guy was a top like in the lottery pick. He was a lottery pick. He was the guy people were talking about number one overall potential, right? Still, this guy stashed away, just rehabbing and they have a bunch of second round picks. They have potentially three. Like we can talk about OKC all day because they're just in a better position
It's
than
that.
almost
It's that.
everybody in the league. Everybody in the league. Like some people would rather them than San Antonio, but that's not our point. Our point
Mhm.
is my question to you is how good we're from here. How good was Toronto's medical staff? How good was Toronto medical staff to have Kawhi Leonard basically just last good season was then, in my opinion.
I ain't live in Quebec. I haven't been to Montreal, but it was magnifique.
It has to be.
Real talk, because like other than that season in 2018-19 season, has he played that much games since in a season? Maybe once, I think.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
once.
last year he played like 67. But the thing is, like, he's just but come playoff time, the thing is regular season wise, he's been okay. Playoff time during the bubble, he was legit. But we haven't seen the
Kawhi in the
sideboard
playoffs, really. We seen him, I think, a one round not too long ago, but then he got injured or something. Some
injured,
shit happens.
right?
It's like,
So you can't trust him. So fuck
yeah.
that shit. You just can't trust him, man.
And he's what, 32 now, I think?
Yeah,
Things like 32. It's not like young Kawhi where he can kind of bounce back at 26,
right,
24, right?
right,
28. This
right.
is 32. So once you start getting to that 33, 34, ooh, when you get them, ooh,
No one's gonna want to pick Kawhi like that. Mind you, we
should.
rated him high in our rankings. ESPN rated him high in their rankings. Most people rate him incredibly high in their
When he's
rankings.
healthy and playing,
Right,
he's elite, he's
right,
immaculate.
right.
But it's the
Remember my
availability
argument?
factor.
Exactly. Like, remember my argument like last week? I was like, "But why do we rate him so high?" But you said it. When he's on, the man's
He's
like
playing,
top
he
five
can
when he's on.
ball. Yeah.
He's top five when he's on. So it's
Seriously, because he gets on defense, offense, he doesn't do unnecessary dribbles, gets to that spot, pull up.
every move is purposeful.
um,
Every move it has so much purpose, and
just
he's
very fundamentally sound.
yeah, very much so, very much so. I think initially, I know I sent it to you. We're gonna talk about like Chuck and Shaq and Kenny's top 50 list, but it's kind of almost pointless. Their lists are very like a little. I like think Shaq is a smart guy. I think he's smart, but I also think he only knows popular players. Like he doesn't know much else. I think Chuck knows more than Shaq knows, but I know Kenny knows more because Kenny's list was more like our list. It's more like the list that you see throughout. Like Shaq's list and Chuck's list were like, no, they just weren't that great. I think Shaq didn't have Pascal. Like he didn't have Pascal on his list, which I don't
Aaron
like.
Gordon. I'm like, you can't have Aaron Gordon top 50.
Right, right. Like it just
And
doesn't.
nothing against Aaron Gordon, but really,
Speaking of Aaron Gordon, speaking of another guy, just a quick note, a guy who wants to make like a lot of money. They're saying that Aaron Gordon wants a contract extension that would be like 30 mil a year. I don't know, man. I don't know why that makes no
was
sense.
he like you were fourth on this team scoring in the title?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
You know what I mean? And okay.
Sometimes I
And I
think
get because you win a title, like, yeah, but it doesn't mean like you're a guy. You're one of the
right,
guys that contribute, which is good. We needed you, but
right.
you're not a guy like
You're not that. Like respectfully, you're not that. You're definitely not that. But yeah,
I'm paying Caldwell Pope way more than you
right.
for starters.
Um, Christoph Porzingis was 23rd on Chuck's list. I just had to quickly say that he was 23rd on his list.
Wow.
So you already know that's what I'm saying. These guys, Kenny had a good list. Out of all of them, Kenny had a good list. Shaq's list to me was the absolute worst. And
I want people talking.
that's what it comes down to, right? It's just about what can we get the clicks with, right? What can we get the clicks with? This if I say her name, Sabelli, she's not Satu is the other one, but I'm saying their names incorrectly, and I apologize. But the sister who's playing for New York is killing it. She's played 7 minutes, 11 points, 4-4. It's like that, it's a game five, like, like a game seven for the men's, where it's the person that you don't talk about, person that's not the star, that's playing incredibly well. Because Sabrina
Yeah,
ain't playing well. Like,
yeah, yeah.
Brianna's is okay, but like, it's that
I wonder how
role
much boards
player.
Brianna has because she was kind of getting some boards in the first half I was seeing.
She was getting, yeah, she's doing good. She's playing the best like out of most, but they're playing intense now. The Liberty are up three with the third quarter gone. It's done. So you have one more quarter to go. New York has been on top, I would say. That third quarter was really good for
Be a
them.
good week for New York still, for real.
So let's start our tiers list. Now, for the tiers list, um, we have we have contenders. We'll have four. We have the contender side, which is the guys. Her name is Nahara Sabelli. She's been very good. So contenders are the ones we think are going to win a title. We labeled this one pressure, which is like East Finals or bust. Like it's pretty much you have to make it to those. One trade away slash play-in tier, and then the nope tier. Just absolute nope. Just none. So I'm gonna name a bunch. It's not gonna be in order. I'm gonna name a bunch of teams, and we just put them in one of those four categories where we might think they can go. The first team I'm going to name is no, I may go a little bit in order. No, I'm gonna pull up the standings. That's the best way to check. We'll go Atlanta Hawks.
Atlanta.
Yep.
I have Atlanta in the no. What
So
about
originally when I was making my tiers, I had like 7 tiers. I had a
okay?
nope, I had a nope tier, like a fuck hell no tier. Then I had a no, like a nice no. Like a like if it's
Nah,
not gonna happen, but like it has to be such a miracle. You get Kawhi Leonard to your team, and he's like 100% type of thing. So, but I agree, the Hawks would be, I don't know, they're gonna be a fun team. They're gonna be a fun team,
they're gonna be
but they're just not that. They're not that team. Let's just be quite honest. So they're not that team. Let's go with then the Cleveland Cavaliers. We'll focus on East and then we'll go West. That's cool.
yeah.
So yeah, Cleveland Cavaliers. Where you see them?
I have them in. What was the second tier? The pressure.
Pressure.
Yeah. To get to the, they're in that tier, that
So
pressure.
this is the DM list, right? So I'm gonna now push back on this one. So I want it to be collective. I'm thinking they're more of the third tier, which is the one trade away tier. You like Donovan Mitchell, I like Donovan Mitchell,
Yeah.
but in the playoffs, are we seeing something?
Seeing the same.
Now, if you tell me that they were to get, I don't know how this would work. I'm not sure if the monies will work, but Brandon Ingram. Let's say they're like, we're gonna trade Garland, but it would have to be like a 3-team trade because Pelicans can't get Garland because they have DeJounte Murray. But let's say 3-team trade, somehow Ingram goes to Cleveland. So you have Mobley, Ingram, and Donovan Mitchell.
And Garland.
No Garland, because you have to trade
Okay.
Garland because the
Okay.
money, right? So would that team entice you?
I don't know. Like you're missing like Garland's not there. I don't know. Like it's a different head. They're big, but I don't know. I really don't know.
Right.
I feel like it'd be chemistry.
So I think yeah. So that's why I think we can put them at the one trade away. Like they're good. They're going to probably be a top 3, top 4 team in the East. But in a 7-game series against the Bucks, we're not going to be like that's them. Like that's it. Um, I think the Brooklyn Nets.
Come on. That's a hell no. That's a nope.
It's a nope for sure.
It's a,
If the Cam Johnson show or not the Cam Johnson show will be good.
yeah, Cam Johnson would be good, and Cam Thomas. Both
Cam
Cams.
Thompson, the Cam Thompson show is going to be good. Like we're
Call
gonna
him CC. Call him CC. Let's go.
yeah, we're gonna definitely see what he does. Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, they're in the contenders. They should be a contender. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
sure. Yeah. What when you have what we would both say a top 2 player in the league, I think is consensus. Not even like consensus. It's Jokic and Giannis. So you have to be a contender just because you're on that list.
Yes.
Uh, right now, New York is stepping up the defense, like legit stepping up the defense, and it's good. Like they're coming. Um, Next team on the list, Orlando Magic.
Where to have them? What was that third tier again?
One
That
trade away.
one trade away? That's the third one, huh?
Yeah.
I guess they're one trade away, I want to say, because they're not nope.
Yeah, I don't know, but they're definitely one trade away. Now the thing is, what trade, right? If we like, what do they need?
Paul,
Like what
honestly, the thing is, I feel they're still so young that they still have room to grow to figure out what they need. So I'll let them run it for 2 years and see what they need, see how players develop and go from there. Maybe 2026
right?
February, right? Revisit. revisit.
Yeah,
Like a season and a half, right?
you never have to rush it
Mm-hmm.
ever. You
Mm-hmm.
never have to rush it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have like Paulo's young, Franz is young. You really Suggs is younger.
All of them are young. Cole is young too. All of them guys are young.
You
Anthony
don't need
Black
to put any
young. Like
you don't need to put any pressure at all. I'm trying to think who would make this team right now like a contender. But I think that's like you have to get an elite guy to be a contender on this
I
team. Like
think you have to get fucking who's like an elite
would Dame, like a point guard like Dame, change the trajectory? Let's say no one really changes. You may lose. No, let's keep everyone on the squad, let's say.
I
And they
kind of want to say Butler.
ooh, I like that.
Kind of want to say Butler or like a playoff Rondo.
Right. I like that. I think a Butler would be a game changer for imagine Butler on the Cavs.
That would definitely help Mitchell.
Whew, that
That
would
would definitely.
that would definitely
I think Butler does better with to piggyback. I feel like Butler does better with perimeter guys. Like
yeah,
if Butler were to go on the Cavs, then Jared Allen or Mobley has to go
right,
because you want to run it with Donovan Mitchell, him, and Garland. I feel
right,
that would work.
right. Next team, the Charlotte Hornets.
What have the Hornets? The Hornets are in the same. I put them in the same as Orlando.
One trade away, eh?
To be honest, yeah. To be honest,
I'm gonna I'm gonna
I
res-
look at the Nope teams, and and there's only for me to seven, right?
yeah, that's
That are just straight to me, just straight bum, straight ass. Like you guys are, there's no way you guys are making a play in or the playoff sort of thing, right?
yeah, I hear you.
So, so that's why I have them, trade away.
The thing is, I would love to argue with you, but I think to myself, if they were to get a Jimmy Butler with a LaMelo Ball, like, oh yes, that's a good team, man. That's a good team. I can't even hate. So I will say one trade away is good. And nope, you're right. Nope is for like the teams that are just gonna be bad this season. Um, the next team, which I think will be on the nope as well, Washington Wizards.
Definitely. That's a
Definitely
definite. See what they're doing in preseason? It was
disrespect. Like they, man. Luckily, they have their draft pick. I'll say that. Like that. But they're gonna go. They're gonna trade. The thing is, Poole. If you can trade him, I think you could trade Poole. It's just a lot of money.
You're
Um,
gonna trade Poole to where, and who is gonna want to be as babysitter? Like you need a veteran beside him
um,
that is respected.
yeah, I think like a Kuzma. Kuzma can get traded anywhere because he's
Definitely.
a good like he could be a good guy on a squad, like a fourth, fifth guy on a
Yeah.
squad. And JV's definitely getting traded. He should. He should. He's a very low contract. It's a 3 year, 30 mil, so 10 mil a year. Even if he's your backup
He's
center,
getting
you're
as much as Moody. That's disrespect for
right.
JV.
Right. But then you think about for the type of center he is, they're always gonna pay him like that now.
Nah, man. JV, put some more respect on JV's name.
You know me, I love JV, so I can't. The next team, the Indiana Pacers.
Oh, they're not one trade away, man.
They are
They're
definitely.
not one trade away,
I've
man.
been saying that. That's why to me, like I know New York, the Knicks gave up a lot for Bridges, right? And I don't think the Pacers should have done that, but I just always think to myself, if they could have said, like, hey, here's Matherin, and like we'd have to probably trade like a bigger contract, let's get Bridges. I like the thought of a Bridges, Siakam, Halliburton team. I just do. Bridges plays your defense and like because that's what I think Indiana's missing. They're missing a wing defender.
They
Like
are.
Naismith is good, but like Bridges is better,
Come on.
right?
There's no question.
So I just think
Better
like
score, better defender.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So he's better on both ends. So I think that'll be a pretty good team. Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh man, they're supposed to be that top tier, man. They're
They're,
supposed to be that top tier. The
they're supposed to be.
contenders.
I was gonna say, should we put him under the pressure side? Because it's East Finals or bust, because they never made it past the second round. So it has to be East Final or bust. But honestly, like the talent you have, But people are cheating. Do you see what KG said about Embiid?
What do you say?
He was pissed off at Embiid saying that he's not going to play back to backs. Yeah, he was mad because Embiid says he's not playing back to backs. He said he's not going to play because he wants to be healthy for the playoffs, which I get. But imagine not playing back to backs and then you're still unhealthy for the playoffs,
That would piss a lot of Philadelphia fans off.
right? And then Paul George just got hurt as well.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Paul George has I think he's a hyperextended, but I think he may be ready for game one. They said it was like I
Okay.
think it was a mild thing. I think when people get hurt in preseason, you just don't want them to play, so you just almost overly boost what's happening. But there has been a lot of like nicks and knacks that some of these players have been having in preseason.
Ooh,
So I think Looney from had a he's hurt. There's a few guys that kind of got
shit.
some
True.
nagging injuries. Isaiah Hartenstein, he's injured. He won't be playing until
Yeah, I think I said.
mid-November.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that sucks for them. Next team, the Toronto Raptors.
man, they're not under pressure. They're not. They're not contender, and they're definitely not the nope. So
Do you think they're
they're
one trade away?
they can't be in the nope.
I
They
see.
cannot be in the pressure, and they're not a contender.
Okay, I can see that because they're also so like one trade away is also like play in, right? So I can see that as well. And then once again, if Scotty becomes like a guy,
He's looking a little smoother in preseason, a little smoother,
he's playing really good in
a little
preseason.
smoother still. I can't
Grady
front.
Dick has been playing a lot better.
Grady is the most improved on Raptor squad so far.
Oh yeah, so much
Like,
so, so much.
he's looking smoother, more confident.
So the shot's good. Like the team, they announced like who's gonna be on the squad. There's a guy named Battle, and like that, you can say pause after I say it, which you don't have to say that, but that man he can stroke it. He can
Pause. You got a stroke? You got a stroke game? Pause.
he can shoot though. He can
Battle.
shoot. That guy, like if he's open a little bit,
Because we
he's
need shooters. We need
oh,
shooters.
he's probably not gonna play now, but maybe if the season doesn't go so well, he'll play in that end. But he's one of those guys that like I'm okay if he's on the squad a little longer. I'm okay.
They're farming him. We're farming him. Say less. Say less.
So yeah, we'll put him there. Chicago Bulls.
Chicago Bulls, like I kind of have them in purgatory.
So I would say nope then, right? Because like
Yeah, I kind of have them like they're not one away.
definitely not one away.
Yeah, they're in purgatory. Like, yeah, they're nope. They're nope.
Like
Yeah.
sometimes we mentioned Jimmy Butler, but sometimes you think, but like one away doesn't always have to be a Jimmy. It could be like a player like a little bit lower to his like Brandon Ingram, right? But Brandon Ingram went to the Bulls. You're definitely not nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Jimmy's different. Jimmy's like Jimmy. Playoff
Yeah.
Jimmy's different.
Jimmy's different. There's guys that impact the game, like Jimmy, Giannis. You know what I
Right,
mean? The
right.
team better, like,
So
yeah,
Detroit Pistons.
yeah.
I may have to argue with this one with you. I'm not gonna lie, but you tell me yours first.
If you ever think that the Pistons are one away,
I do think they went
enough
away.
pressure.
Went away. I think they went away.
These
Because I
guys are
believe
second last on my list in general under Nope.
I
Like
just I think it's my want to believe in Cade. But you're right, because the team's not talented now. Like
they're not
they're not
like
talented. But once
I have
again,
Pistons and I have the Nets. Like the Nets are worse than the Pistons, I feel.
you're right, but I just want to believe they're one. I want to believe they're like a Ivy and like another person trade to. But I think like okay, if they got like a Julius Randle, where'd they be? If they got a Karl Anthony Towns, where would they be?
Like one trade where you're talking about 1983 Bird.
Right? No, you're right.
That's
You're
one
right.
trade away
You're
for the
right. You're right.
Pistons.
They would legit have to get Giannis to do
They
anything.
legit have to get literally like a Giannis, Joker,
They have to get
one of
that.
those guys. Literally.
Just a quick update. It's 5 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Minnesota was down. Now they're up by 150-49. This game is gonna go down to the
Let
wire.
them play. It's physical.
Yo, definitely they're letting them play. It was freaking Jaquel Jones fell on I think it was Elena Smith, and like it seemed kind of hurt. Boston Celtics, probably the easiest contender.
Yeah, they're at the top of my list.
The Boston Celtics are the opposite. They can lose a guy and they're still contenders.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're the opposite. Like they're that's a good team right there.
They're built different.
They're literally telling if I'm them and you tell me you have Porzingis, right? Porzingis, just come in April. We'll see you in April. You
Sounds
know,
good.
you know what?
Sounds
Okay, come in March, play a couple games, sit the fuck down, play a little bit in the end of April, and then be ready for playoffs.
get in rhythm.
That's it. Just get a rhythm. You'll be fine. The Miami Heat.
Miami Heat. I have honestly for Miami Heat, I have pressure.
Pressure.
I have pressure. They got to do something this year because last year it was injuries and stuff like that. So
So like when I originally did it, I put Miami Heat under respect. Like I named it respect. I was like, we respect you because we know how good you are. We know you're good. You're Miami Heat. You're the Miami Heat.
yeah.
No one's. They won 46 games last year, right? Like I didn't take that in. They were a pretty good team last year, and Jimmy was injured for a lot of the season.
Yes,
Now
yep.
you have a full season of Scary Terry. You know,
Jimmy,
Hero seems a little bit more edgier this season.
you got to cut. You got to cut. You know when niggas get a cut. You're not a nigga, but you know when you get a cut, you know how it goes.
So I first would have put thought of one trade away, but you know, a great Bam season can do a lot for them. And me and you both, I fuck with Bam. You fuck with Bam. Bam is a good
100%.
player.
He's arguably one of the best defensive players in the league.
Yeah. And just imagine if like Tyler Hero just plays at the level that we all think he can even be. Like, he can go to another, especially when he's on a hot streak shooting it. And you have Duncan Robinson, who was a
Yeah,
40%. Like, he just had a bad 2 years ago, but last year shot pretty well. So, yeah, I'll give him that. Last but not least for the Eastern Conference is your New York Knicks.
New York Knicks is under pressure.
Yeah. Because I don't want to put them as contenders because
No, no, no.
it's your first year.
Yeah, and there was
Next
injury.
year,
Yeah,
next year, you're in the you're hey, you have no choice. You're under that finals or bust. That's easily you're there. You have no choice. But yeah, I'll give that Heat and Knicks that pressure side. Um, Now we go to the Western Conference. Western
yeah.
Conference. First team on the list. My second, the third team now. Sacramento Kings with DeMar DeRozan. Where are they?
I put them not. I honestly, I put the Sacramento under pressure. Actually,
You think so? You think they have pressure?
I think that because you know you got DeRozan now, Sabonis can. There's still more room for Sabonis to grow. Fox can still grow. You got Keegan Murray. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you gotta.
And
There's
everyone's
still.
saying they're one trade, like they're gonna make a trade. Like people think they're gonna go after Ingram or Levine, which I find going after Levine kind of funny because DeMar was just with Levine.
That's
So
stupid.
I think going after Ingram is that means you're just going straight offense. You're like, we're just gonna outscore you at all costs. So
Yeah,
bonus high post, pick your poison.
there's bad spacing. There's not good space with Ingram if you have Sabonis
And,
there.
there's not good spacing if you have Ingram and DeMar and Fox. Because Fox is also
Yeah,
he's a
he's
mid range guy.
forgiving. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you know, I would disagree with you to put Sacramento on the one trade away, but I like the pressure because they should feel the pressure. Like you like the bin like being 2 years ago. You didn't make it to the playoffs last year. No. And you got DeMar DeRozan this year. No, do better. I agree. And you still got Malik Monk in them. Oh man, this
Oh
team
yeah, I
should...
forgot about six man.
Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets is definitely not one trade away because they're supposed to be contending.
Definitely. Definitely. I agree. You still got Yoki, and you got Yoki.
You
Gotta
got
be good.
Yoki, you got Westbrook coming off the bench as a six to run that bench mob with Christian Braun. Let's get it.
Yeah, I like Westbrook, man. I want to see him do his thing.
Me too. I'm rooting for Westbrook this year. I don't want to
Yeah,
see Westbrook hate. Fuck all y'all.
yeah, man. I want him to
That
play
is like
so well.
one of the hardest players to play in the league. Like
Yeah,
just
he
playing
always gives it his all. To this day, he gives it his all. Like
and there's no doubt where someone's like, yo, Westbrook didn't play as hard as he could. I've
you never
never
say it.
seen it.
Never. The next team would be the Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas Mavericks is contender.
Yeah. They would have been under pressure, but I think their squad is almost like so not perfect, but so good. Like they have so much different varieties. They can go Gafford for tougher size. They can go. They want length. They can go
Lengthy,
lively.
lively,
Uh,
not likely. Yeah. I'm thinking football. I'm thinking Ravens.
right, right.
Thinking
The
Ravens.
likelihood. Um, this game is still very tight. So if my head keeps going up even more, it's because blocking foul. That's kind of not good. Whatever. Next team, the Pelicans.
Oh, the Pelicans. What about the Pelicans? We got new here. Is this the Pels or is this the nope? They're under pressure. I put
Pelicans
pre
under pressure.
I'm kind of in the mix between pressure and one trade away, to be honest.
While you were saying it, I was thinking that you were gonna put one trade away. So I put him under one trade away. But when you said the word pressure, I'm thinking like let's keep him on one trade away, but the pressure's more on the player.
Oh
Zion,
no, you're right. You're right. I guess I was thinking more like this is Zion squad, so
but
that's
the
what I
but
was thinking
where
about.
I agree with the pressure is like Zion, you should be contender by now, okay? Respectfully, you should be contender by now. The way we're talking about Victor Wembanyama being the 11th best player, the 10th, the top 10 player in the league, bro, Zion, you were like coming out of college. Everyone was thinking you were gonna
You were a
not
guy. You were the guy.
come on. You were supposed to take LeBron and be like, LeBron, face the league. Fuck that guy. I'm the new face. I'm Blake Griffin. I'm like, I'm freaking Dominique Wilkins.
Yes,
You
yes.
know what I'm saying? With
You're
Shaq
supposed to be like a
size.
Dominique Wilkins, Daryl Dawkins, fucking who else, and a Barkley all in one sort of thing.
Right. All
Yeah,
that was that Sean Kemp type shit.
yeah,
Like you're
yes,
supposed to be that,
yes.
but we'll put one trade away because they're ultimately like Brandon Ingram for the thing is they don't want anything back for Brandon Ingram. If anything, he need a center back, but like they really don't want anything back for Brandon Ingram. I've never seen a team so talented have this much talent and like they don't want to because they're talented as fuck. If you think about it,
Yeah,
pure
yeah.
talent wise, no, they're so talented. You have DeJounte, you have CJ, man, that's crazy. Next team on the list, the Los Angeles Lakers.
I put Lakers. Where do I have the Lakers? Where them list? Yeah, they're one away.
Sabrina finally hits and she hits that 3-point shot, 56-52, New York.
Lakers one away.
One away? I have to agree. Their one away is a little different. Their one away may not be a star. Their one away is more like a better version of D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, ooh, yeah.
I don't know who that would.
Just a
I
better point guard, a consistent point guard. That's
like
what
just
I'm
more
saying.
consistency. Yeah, like a more consistent version of D'Angelo Russell, or you upgrade like Austin Reeves.
And Austin Reeves is decent, but yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah. Great.
exactly. So right now I'll tell you guys, New York. As I'm doing play by play for my man YS, they're just getting rebounds. They're just out rebounding this team. And right now, Brianna Stewart had a sorry?
Possessions. It's a game of
Yeah.
possessions.
Yeah, it was
Basketball.
giving him possessions. So right now it's 58-54. I feel like Minnesota's feeling a little bit of pressure. Um,
Much time.
time 2 minutes ago. I think they
Ooh,
called a foul on New York. And I'm pretty sure Minnesota is on the bonus, which they are. Yeah, it was a nice cut from Brianna. Nafisa was kind of watching. They're watching Sabrina do too much. But that 3-point shot by Sabrina, you see, you can miss all your shots. It's all about the timely shots, man. It's all about timely shots.
timely keyword.
Yeah, so that was Lakers. Next team, San Antonio Spurs.
They're not under note.
And that's just out of respect. We're gonna put them on one trade away, even though they're really not one trade away.
They're
They're,
really not one trade, but they're not in note. Like,
it's just a respect for Wemby, Chris Paul, Pop. Like it's a respect. So we're putting one trade away. But they also are like, imagine if they were to get once again a Jimmy Butler. A Jimmy Butler intensity with Wemby is a pretty intense guy.
yeah,
With
Wemby's serious. I like him. I
oh
like
yeah.
Wemby. He's for the team too. He didn't go up on stage because he couldn't bring his squad up, and the
Yeah,
squad
he wants
disciplined
to
him.
be good. He wants to be good.
No, I
Next
like
spot.
Wemby. I like Wemby. He's not coming with no designer down, bust down jewelry and all that. He knows he's up next in the league, and he's not coming like that. He just wants to win. So I
And
like
he's
that.
and he's already like, no, I would say he's talking shit, but he's already passed his comments about other plays. Like, oh, I realize that some guys don't work as hard as me. So Nafisa Collar hits a layup, 58-58.
That's what he's saying. Hey, as long as not saying names, I have no problem with that.
Right. He's calling man's out already. So a minute 35 to go, timeout, 58-58, New York, Minnesota. This is a game.
Oh my, this is OT, man.
This
Oh
is a
shit.
game. This is
I feel like I
definitely,
need to have a TV here, man.
yeah, I hope it goes to OT so we can like watch this game.
Yeah,
Next team, Minnesota Timberwolves.
they're contending.
Yeah. Because see, this is where it's weird, right? Because they don't really got pressure, but they should be a contender. Like if they don't make it, no one's gonna beat like cheese.
They're not. Yeah, they're not. No one's gonna be cheese, but they should be contending. They're not. I'm just wondering about the chemistry issues. That's all.
That's what everyone's saying, man. Everyone wants to see what's gonna happen. Everyone wants to see what's gonna happen.
Because is Randall happy out in Minnesota compared to big market in NY?
It's more it's even is he gonna ball hog? The second person who passed the ball to Carnthony Towns was Cat. Can Randall do the same thing? Right? And if Rudy Gobert doesn't touch the ball, which a lot of centers, they feel kind of like, what am I here for? They want to touch the ball just as much as anyone else. So the Phoenix Suns
I have them under pressure. No, actually,
agree.
I have them in a contender. Actually, what am I saying? I have them in a contender.
I would
Me?
say
Sorry, see what you're saying? Because
I
I'll
would
tell
say
you why I'm in a contender.
I would say pressure because of if we don't think much of them yet. You know what I'm saying? We know they're
No.
good. And like them Lakers, Heat were on my respected list, right? Because like I respect who's on the squad. If you went on a run, I'll be like, well, yeah, Katie's a good player. So is Booker. So is Beal. But I wouldn't like. I don't know. It's no none of them were gonna. None of them were gonna go home about. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm, mhm.
So, but you think really contenders? Why do you say contenders?
Well, because here's the thing. If you have an MVP type of player, MVP type of guy, a number one alpha dog on the team, you should be a contender with two other all-stars with you. So I feel that's why you should be a contender because we call already in that list Boston, right? In the contender, Philly, right? We said Denver, right? All those guys have number one guys, Dallas, right? Number one guys, MVP type of guys, right? So that's why they're contenders, right?
Right.
So that's why I put Phoenix because you have KD, you have Beal, you have Booker, right? You should, other guys too, the others, as Shaq would say. So you guys should be realistically, you guys should be contending. Should be.
Should should let's put them on contenders.
That's how I see it though. So,
Let's
you know
put
what I
them
mean?
there. But I would say you definitely have a. See, I also like the pressure, because like you're KD, right?
Yes. Yes.
People people respect KD, but don't respect KD in the same sense,
It's
right?
getting back to what you said before. Like, I think I'm putting contender on the player or pressure on the player, not the
Right,
team.
right, right.
So I see what you're saying.
Right now, okay. Let's go to the next team on the list. The Memphis Grizzlies.
Pressure.
You have pressure on them?
Yes. Not one trade away. Pressure. You have everyone back this year. Now we need this pressure to see what you guys can do.
I'll say, and I agree. Put them on pressure. I agree with that. Cause like y'all better have a good season. Brianna Stewart misses a free throw, 38.2 seconds to go. She just missed a free throw. She has 9 points this game. Mind you, she missed both free throws. Oh, Sabrina, bro, I you could tell by my reaction something almost crazy happened because Brianna missed both free throws. That's crazy. She's
That is crazy.
second best player in the league, missing both free throws. That's wild. But they got the rebound. Like I told you, New York is out rebounding them. Sabrina had an open three, misses it. Now it's a jump ball between Jocko Jones and Courtney Williams, but that's a height difference. Jocko Jones is 6'5", Courtney Williams is like 5'9" maybe.
I'd say 5'9", yeah.
Yeah, maybe 5'7". Like just there's a height difference.
Oh shit.
Oh, but it seemed like it's New York's ball. I don't know why. With 33 seconds, I may go in and out.
Possession arrow, yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like. Well, let's go to the next one. The Utah Jazz. That's a nope.
We'll have Utah.
That's the
We'll
definite
get
nope.
nope. Come on. No brain nope.
Even though they have like draft assets that they can do something crazy, but I hope they wouldn't know. Sabrina hits the three and she got, oh, okay. I thought they were gonna call the foul. They have 27 seconds to go. Minnesota's just holding the ball right now. They should just chill. There's a 4 second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Okay.
I'm just training for my 1 day audition. Right now, there's a Nafisa has the ball. She's gonna drive into Brianna Stewart, and she misses. She misses the ball. It's 5.2 seconds to go. New York calls timeout. Minnesota 60, New York 58. Nafisa feels like she got fouled. It's a physical game. It's game five. No one should ever in game fives. No calls unless the person legit tackling you. No calls.
Yeah, yeah. And this is like 80s Pistons.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, Jordan rules type shit. You can't do that. Next team, I'm gonna put them straight to nope. I'm embarrassed even saying their names because they should beat technically the Pistons record last year, which is the Blazers.
Oh my God, that's yeah. Fuck, man.
Because
Disappointing in Scoot season. Can't lie. Expected better.
I know we have pressure on Scoot. Scoot has pressure from us.
That's it.
We
The
we
team
need to
know.
be
The
better.
team know. You guys and Anthony Simons, you do your thing. It's Scoot. It's Scoot.
I think he needs to get traded, right? So he's a guy that's like, imagine him on. They say him in the Magic.
He can ball. Like it's just no one's watching Portland, but he can ball. Like he's shooting close to 40% from three. He's got a handle.
Right.
He can ball.
Would you like him on the Magic?
I would like him anywhere but Portland that needs a guard. I would like him even on the Pelicans over CJ because he's a guard and he can shoot better than CJ.
I
And
would
you can
imagine
have him with DeJounte Murray.
the thing is, would the Lakers be smart enough to trade
Oh,
for a guy? But like, I'm not sure if they want to trade for someone like that.
get rid of Russell and get Anthony Simons. What the fuck are you guys talking about, Lakers?
But then you have to trade a draft pick because the thing is, no one's gonna want to trade from the Lakers unless you trade a draft pick because they're all looking at the Lakers like, your asses want to trade. Okay, we're gonna not pause the podcast, but I'm just gonna keep talking. 6.3 seconds to go. It is 60-58. New York with the ball.
It's looking at OT.
What's no? I hope so. I don't want no threes. Brianna get the ball. Oh, they almost lost the ball. They almost lost the Brianna. Oh, they hit. Brianna gets fouled, so she's back on the free throw line.
And she missed two before. Hope she's
Woo, pressure. The pressure is
for the
getting
ring.
us. Okay, so the next team on our list is the Clippers.
Clip, 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 clip.
I
You
think they
know the
were like
Clippers
a
are
one. They were like a one trade away kind of team.
last year.
And they were low key so once again, like you're saying, they were a pressure team. If you think about it,
They
they
were.
should be a pressure team now. Because
They were.
but then you're not a pressure team. We'll put you at the nope because you ain't doing shit this year.
Definitely the nope.
But they watch them. We should. This is a bold prediction. Watch them do something crazy because they need to win games.
We'll see.
They need to win games. So I won't be surprised if they're like, they will trade you. They can't even trade any draft picks. They have no draft capital. Right. That's why, like, if I'm a GM, the one thing I always tell myself, I will never do a massive draft capital trade. Never. I understand you got Paul George, and like it's worth getting Paul George.
Yeah.
I see it, but like,
Yeah.
man, you don't have Paul George anymore, and you have no draft picks for the next 3 years.
Like what Brooklyn Nets did, yeah. To get KG in them. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they think to myself like, do I really want to do it? But then you traded those picks also for Kawhi because Kawhi wasn't going to come. They were going to go to Toronto, right? But I think about it. Imagine if we had Paul George and Kawhi right now. I'll be cheese because you wouldn't have Pascal, you wouldn't have OG. You may be able to keep Fred, maybe. Like, but like you would have traded all that assets, all of them. So, and you would be the team with nobody. Like you would have no draft picks. So I think about it like that. Like I'm glad that we didn't do it. Speaking of OKC, OKC
You know what OKC is under?
definitely
Under
the contenders. Even though
contender.
like to me, it's not a championship or bust for them at all.
It isn't. It isn't.
They
But
have
we
a
all
window.
believe they can contend for a ring. We all
Yeah,
believe.
yeah. But they shouldn't like pressure themselves to believe like and I think their GM is a very patient GM. He's not gonna be all like, oh, I must trade da 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 da. Yo, you see what happened with Boston? That's like 7 years in the making.
It's
Honestly,
true.
yes.
It's true. It's
Right?
true.
Even the Raptors was 7 years in the making. Like we had to trade our core guy to get a next man. Like
That hurt.
you gotta be patient. Last team on the list. It is the Golden State Warriors.
The Golden State Warriors, you know what? I've, like they're not under no. They're not
They're
under
not.
no, right? But they're not under pressure either.
The, I'll say one trade away, but they're really in the middle of pressure and one trade away.
Yeah, they're like in the purgatory in a sense.
And they were like the last team I put on my respect list because we respect Curry, Draymond. So Brianna Stewart scores her first basket, and they have 5.2 seconds left. Yo, this can go really
She
down to
needs another free throw, right? She hit the first free throw,
here
right?
the first free throw.
Okay, okay.
The,
We'll just wait on the second one.
we'll just wait on that second, and she hits the second one. So now it's 5.2 seconds to
OT,
go. I'm
OT,
hoping for OT because that was our
OT.
last team. We may do some lines. That sounds crazy. Some it means I'm sports betting
Some
line.
lines. We're gonna do some lines on cam on the pod. All right,
That's
guys.
crazy. That's crazy.
Stick with us for some lines. Okay, guys. Shit.
I got it from like because Bill Simmons has the thing called guess the lines. Okay, so they have what? I hate when they do stuff like that. Just wait. We're going to OT. So they had like 3-4 seconds to go. McBride shoots a free throw. I mean, shoots a 3-point shot. Why? You have way more time.
We wanted to go to overtime. I don't know. Viewership.
It has to be. So now it's 60-60, going to OT. Let's guess. Let's do some things.
Let's see the lines for the Tuesday, Wednesday. I got the Tuesday, Wednesday lines.
Okay, so I'm looking through FanDuel and you're looking through which one?
365. Bet 365.
So we're gonna make some predictions. Okay, that Boston Celtics and New York Knicks.
Man, I got
Uh,
Boston. I'm guys, Boston is gonna win that game on a money line.
you
No
think so?
spread.
Because like all the energy, all the feelings, all that stuff. You think so?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I feel like
There's like
Boston got no respect for winning the ring.
none.
Tatum got no respect playing in US. Jaylen Brown didn't even make the team, and he had Drew Holiday and Derek White on the team over Jaylen Brown.
Do you like the six same game parlay for this game? Al Horford over 1.5 made threes. That's kind of hard. OG 1.5 made threes. Josh Hart, 8 plus rebounds. Jaylen Brown, 6 plus rebounds. Jalen Brunson, 25 plus points. And Cat under 11.5 rebounds. That's a lot that you're
I don't know
hoping could
about
hit.
that one. Still, that's kind of tough.
Yeah, that's a lot that you're
Especially the
hoping to hit.
Horford hitting 2 threes. I don't know about that. I think he'll hit one.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's so you like the I see the spread being -5. You like that?
The thing is, I feel it's going to be a close game. If you're
Right.
going to play the spread, pick Knicks on the spread plus 5.5.
Yeah, yeah,
You
I
know what
agree.
I
Yeah,
mean?
that makes sense. That
If you're
makes
going to do that. But me, if I'm making a ticket, which I am going to be making a ticket, I'm going Boston.
I think the one thing I'm trying to pick a person to choose. I'm thinking Jason Tatum like 30 points,
Actually, that's a good pick because he'll
right?
get 30.
I'll say
Hopefully,
25. 25 sounds a cool, easy. But I think him and Jalen Brown are going to, I think they want to show
I
people
think
something.
though, Jason Tatum getting 25, and he's gonna have OG on him and Mikal Bridges being thrown at him. So you got to remember that too.
That's very true. Very true.
Look for
Hopefully,
him to be more of a passer, I guess, in that game. Buss will still win. Be more of a passer in that game. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna pressure him. Still
yeah,
got Drew Holiday and Brown and those mans, KP.
this should be a good game. But I think your +5 money line is good. It's really good.
Yeah, plus five
Um,
in the mix. Yeah, yeah.
the next one is the Lakers versus Minnesota. Just everyone should know that in the first quarter, probably with a minute to go, Bronny will be in the game because they're gonna do it quickly and then never happen again, or not right now. So it'll be Bronny, and Bronny's gonna come in the game for that minute, let them have that moment, and then that's it.
And everyone stand up and whatnot.
Right.
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
I would go Lakers plus because
Me
it's
too.
plus 1.5, just because it's in LA, you know. Anthony Edwards probably scored 30 easily in that game. But I just think LA is gonna have more emotion and more momentum in
Me
that
too.
game to win. So I think D'Angelo Russell will
Really.
probably have a good game as well. I would almost bet D'Angelo Russell like two threes. But it's
Yeah,
probably
he'll
a
hit two threes. He'll hit two threes.
right, that's
Russell.
probably it's probably a low money for that one.
Yeah, yeah. You have to parlay it, but if you
Yeah,
put that with the Boston and you know what I
right,
mean? But yeah.
right, right. But yeah, any other picks or anything else for NBA you want to talk about?
Well, just some quick picks for the Wednesday.
Hmm.
Quick picks for the Wednesday, real quick. These are all money lines but one.
Right.
All right, guys. We got Indiana to beat the Pistons. We got, yeah, we got Atlanta. Hold on. We got Atlanta Hawks, yeah, to beat the Brooklyn Nets. That's gonna be an ugly game though. You know what? I'm a Raptors fan. I'm just gonna go with the plus five with the Raptors. I'm gonna
I
go with the
agree.
plus.
I agree.
The Milwaukee Bucks and the Sixers. Even though I hate the Philadelphia Sixers, I feel like they could win this game at home opening night. So I'm gonna go with Philly.
Yeah, I think it all depends on Paul George's availability.
Dog, that's too. Miami Heat, Orlando at Miami. You guys both playing in Florida, but this is one to the Heat. This is one
Yeah.
to the Heat.
Mhm.
Charlotte
They're playing
Hornets.
in Orlando or Miami?
They're playing in Miami.
Mhm.
The Hornets and Rockets. I've got love for both these teams. You know what I mean? But I'm going with Charlotte plus 7.
Yeah, that's an easy +7. Why do they think they're gonna? Why do they think they're gonna like? No, that's too much. Charlotte's good, but like relax.
Yep, yep. Bulls at the Pels. I'm going to Pelicans because I don't know what to expect from the Bulls.
And that money line should be plus like 13 or
Yeah,
-13.
yeah.
It should be like a -13 thing.
Oh, and then we got the Memphis Grizzlies at Utah. Memphis. Shout out to Edie. Jaws back. They should want to start the season hard.
I, I
So
I just want Edie to have like a 15 rebound game first game.
he will. He will. He will.
I, I would want that. I want him to. Well, who they facing again?
Utah.
Oh, so they don't really got a center like that to
Is
start.
Kessler injured?
But they don't really, Kessler has been on and off for so long.
It's true.
So just a quick note, it's oh my goodness. It's 63 60, but they New York just got a steal. It's 65-60.
How much time is left?
3 minutes and 14 seconds to go.
Shit, maybe I can catch the last minute, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, still got some time.
Okay. And the last two picks is Golden State over Portland in Portland and Phoenix Suns over Clippers in their new arena.
Oh yeah, Phoenix is definitely winning that. Warriors against Portland.
Yeah, you can even go -6 with the Warriors, I feel.
See, the thing is, when they face these teams, you almost want to say like Steph for 35. Your boy Carmelo's at the game with his son, just to shout out to Melo.
Just
But you
uh,
wanna put like 35 for Steph, but they're facing Portland. So it may not be like that because he may just be on the bench by the fourth quarter because they've done their thing. I would probably almost pick Kaminga to go 20-25 points
I like that pick though.
because he's gonna play more minutes than
I feel
Steph.
like Kuminga that game should go 25 and 5.
Easily.
Should
Easily.
do that. And a steal.
Easily. Yeah. But the NBA season's upon us, man. It's this week. all the whole summer we've been doing redrafts and random videos about talking about the ball and NBA, and then we did our predictions and all that stuff. But now we're here. This is the time where it's gonna be a lot of fun. This season should be. I hope no injuries. I don't want to hear like I know there's a lot of knickknacks. I don't want to hear that. Raptors fans, enjoy this season. It's about development. It's about development.
Remember that.
Don't think so much about I want to win games like everybody else, but it's about developing. It's definitely about developing. But for my boy YS, it's your boy Mike. This is the DM podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Enjoy this game 5. We have a few minutes to go. We're gonna enjoy it just now. Peace.